Hello, George. I'm losing my voice. George, Fat Ninja Food Forest Wormery. I talk about we sell the worm castings, worms by the pound, but we really promote these breeder bins. These breeder bins are how I create more worms as fast as I can. These end up with a tremendous amount of cocoons. They're on a 3-week cycle. So every 3 weeks I do a row of bins. I'll sift or just remove the worms from it. Put the castings and the worm cocoons that are in there into a large batch bin and grow out bin I have here. I also sell these. So then the castings that I sell or the worms that I sell sifted out of here, I like to sell these entire beds. And the reason I do that, set you down here, is it really gets you set up for success with your new bed. So with your new bed, the worms can eat it, but it's going to take a while with a new composting system. If you're not using a compost base like I am, you're just taking cardboard or shredded paper and putting it in a bin and giving it food, they can't go in really and eat that right away. They can eat some of the softer foods, but it has to have the bacteria and fungi come in and start breaking that food down, just as it does the forest floor. So with these worm bins, you're getting all this bedding. It's got that bacteria, that fungi, the protozoa, the nematodes, the microarthropods, and up through the food chain, the decomposers, helping doing the decomposing. Then it makes it edible for these worms. There's a tremendous amount of worms in here. There's going to be 500 to 600, possibly more worms in here. And they're big, healthy worms. We give them, like I said, a compost that I started in, a thermophilic compost. Is what they use for bedding. It's already finished, been finished and sat for a while, been static. And then we give them a chicken feed and supplements with that. So inside here, there's, like I said, a tremendous amount of these worms. But also with those worms, we're going to see a lot of cocoons as well. Let me look through and find a couple cocoons here when I stir this. Too many worms. There's one there. So this is only a few days old, less than a week old. There's already going to be hundreds in here. It's making a lot of oil, and now we'll find some more. There's another one there, another one there, another one behind it. So that's after less than a week already. So these bins are on a 3-week system. The red wiggler cocoons hatch about every 21 to 28 days in the perfect environment. So we like to sift it within 21 days so we don't hurt the baby worms. But inside each one of these small cocoons, see that or not? Right there. Each of those cocoons actually has eggs in it, and each of those eggs has multiple worms in it. But you're going to average per cocoon 4 to 6 more worms. So again, you're going to get that bedding with all the bacteria and fungi on out through the food chain to help break down the material you're using. The worms come in and feed on that surplus, producing more eggs. You'll have this 600 worms to get started on it to break the food down, help break the food down. But a tremendous amount of worms in the coming months. Within 3 months, you'll have thousands of worms. I say that very confidently. So we sell these for the same, 1,000 worms, approximately 1,000 worms is going to be a pound of worms. And that's $50. Or you can buy one of these beds for $50, and it's going to be 500-600 worms, the bedding, and hundreds, if not 1,000 cocoons or more. So I like to push those. I think it's the best way to start. If you have a bed going already, you don't need this. If you're planning on getting worms to throw into your garden bed, this is the great way to do it because you have that worm compost already. You have that black gold. I'm George, Fat Ninja Food Forest Wormery. Please like, share, subscribe, or come get some worms for us. Have a tour. Change is better than a holiday. Peace.